A very good afternoon, everybody. Lovely to see you. Welcome to Home Choir. This is the bit of preamble that I do every day, just the sound checks and so on. But lovely to see so many people here. Hello, Anna, and Michael, and Albert, and Jane, and Diane, and George, and Christine. Hello, Kit Kat. I've had your email. I'll remind people. Lovely. Hello, Glennis, Michael, and Sue. Hello, Julie. Fabulous. Right, everybody, I'm just going to do my sound checks. Hopefully all's working. Can I hear myself? Good. So let's do just a little bit of She Was One of the Early Birds. This one is for Jean. How's that sounding? Can we hear that right? Yep, that's okay. And just quickly check the recording. Bit of Go Down Moses. Okay, lovely. That'll be fine. Well, everybody, great to see you all. So, hello, Anna. Gosh, lots of questions about deep dive. The chord progression was just what I was looking for. Excellent. You just wonder why these chords, why those sequences. It's all down to something called the harmonic series, and this is baked into the laws of physics. It's baked into the universe. It's how things resonate. And I will talk about it at the deep dive in a future session. But in short, things resonate, first of all, at the octave, then the fifth, then the fourth, then the third, then the second, and so on. And so it's built on this idea of things resonate at certain frequencies. I'll explain more in a future session. But how is everybody? Glennis says it is bloomin' cold in York and wet. Here in Bristol, I'm expecting drizzle in Bristol at some point. The clouds have all rolled in. The wind is really quite something today. Took my daughter to the bus stop this morning and had to fight against the wind coming back. Sort of walking back, sort of leaning into it, and the trees are all doing their sideways thing at the moment out the window. So, yeah, rather dramatic weather today. Excellent. People seem very well. Thank you, George and Diane. Caught the deep dive on catch up. That's it. Home choir catch up. Fabulous. Kit Kat Sassy, how come I was grey? Am I grey? I don't think I'm grey. I think it was the lighting. The thing was, because do you know what it is? It's because I had lots of bright lights on in here because it was the concert and it was pitch black outside. And I think it was, yeah. No, don't worry. To be honest, can I confess something to you? I did see it, thought, I look a bit grey there, must be the lighting. And then I ran to the mirror after, got really excited. No. I'm quite looking forward to getting a bit of white in the hair. What do you think, folks? A bit at the side, distinguished. Make me look mature, even if I'm not actually. Oh dear. Hello, Norb. Good to see you. Some rain in Frankfurt. Well, I think we're going to have our fair share soon as well. Hello, Sue and Rona. Sunny, windy Nelsey. That's a perfect description of the weather here in Patchway. Hello, Eileen. And there's Gina. Hi, Gina. Fabulous. Cynthia, put away the sun lounger. That's a heavy moment, isn't it, when you put away the summer things. Michael's saying I haven't gone grey overnight. Quite the opposite. I think the concert I must have gone temporarily grey and gone blonde again. What's wrong with grey? Nothing's wrong with grey. As I said, I'm looking forward to having a bit of, bit of seniority. Yeah, that could be fun. What do we think? Hello, Leslie. Lovely to see you. Oh, fab. Thank you, Anna. Don't forget the thumbs up, says Anna. She's absolutely right. Thanks, folks. Well, we've got some really good music to take. Only 2 pieces, but we're going to learn them and perform them in full. And the second one, She Was One of the Early Birds. Well, this has been a great discovery from my point of view. I only ever knew the chorus. And even then, I didn't really know the tune very well. It's one of those things that my granny sang. And Jean emailed me and she said, it's really funny how life goes and how you learn things and how things seem to pop into your head. And she swore blind that with Daisy Bell, Daisy, Daisy, give me your answer, do. She said, isn't it supposed to be paired with She Was One of the Early Birds? And it just rang like a bell in my head. Yes, it is. I looked it up and I made a discovery. I'll share it with you, ladies and gentlemen. But in short, the two songs were published together. At least the choruses were published together on a record for children's songs. So just wait till you learn this fabulous piece, because it's not entirely appropriate for kids, but yeah, we'll have some fun. Chris has said, "Don't age yourself prematurely." Thank you, Chris. I'll do my best. Julie, blame the job. 2 right. Absolutely. Looking forward to a week off at the cottage. Oh, fantastic. Hope you guys have a fantastic week. And thank you. I'm not going to say why. You know why. That the email you sent me, I haven't laughed that hard in a very, very long time. And as soon as it's official, let me know. I'll tweet about it. Absolutely top notch. Well done. Brilliant. So Anne has just been on a very, very windy walk along the top of the moors. Crikey. Nearly blown off my feet. Yeah, don't do that. Don't get blown away. Reading lots of people are recording the Pharaoh. Oh, isn't that just gorgeous, that Pharaoh? From time to time, I sit and I play through and I sing that baritone solo. Well, there's the Liberame, which is just staggering, and just the big sound. But the one I love is this one that goes. Hang on. On the second movement, we get Hostias et preces tibi Domine, laudis afferimus tu suscipe pranimabus ilis, quadum odie memoriam facimus. Oh, it's so beautiful. Absolutely lovely. And I miss singing it. I got to conduct it last year. Very, very special event at a school probably about 25, 30 miles north of here called Wycliffe School in Gloucestershire. And I met an amazing person at Wycliffe. I was invited there by my friend Gemma, who's director of music, and I conducted this lovely choir made of people. And about halfway through, in fact, it was about a quarter of the way through the first half, a lady in the altos put her hand up and said, why is that note such and such? And I answered. And she asked another question, and I answered as well. And I thought, right, I clocked her, because there's always a couple of people who will put their hands up and ask things, and I clocked her. And she came up to me about halfway through, and we had a really nice chat. I was sat in this chapel having my sandwich, and we got talking about our lives and my children and her children and her cats and my cats. And I sort of showed her some pictures of my cats on my phone, and she showed me some pictures of her cats on my phone, and then we sang the concert, and it was a really, really lovely day. And we went about our lives, and a few months later, I started this fantastic channel here, the Quarantine Choir, and I told Gemma, I said, Gemma, can you let everybody know? So she told everybody at Wycliffe, and that lady who I spoke to came along to my very first online rehearsal, and that was Kit Kat Two Cats. So hello, Kit Kat. Can't believe how things have changed in a year. Isn't that amazing? Thank you, everybody. Oh, how lovely. That's very kind of you. Oh, afternoon, everybody. This is one of the things I love about all this, is the chat that's going on before rehearsal. I've got people from all over the world. I've got people from Nailsea talking to people from Canada, talking to people from New York, it's talking to people from Chicago, the Isle of Wight, Canada, Germany, everywhere. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Thanks, KK. Now, look, everybody, I'll say this a bit later on, but I've had a message from Kit Kat, and I'm dutifully passing it on. Okay, please note, KK, I do follow instructions. Today, from what she says, in fact, and I'm going to read it because I'll make a mistake otherwise. Right, is it possible to mention that there is a closing date of the 30th of September? Okay, September the 30th, 5 days' time, for everybody's photo to be sent to Kit Kat for an updated e-version of the photo songbook. All right, that wonderful, wonderful book, which I have just here my wonderful quarantine choir book, which honestly I've loved having a look through and reading. Your pictures are fabulous. Honestly, so much fun, everybody. So if you want your own copy of it and you want to be in it, bearing in mind there's some rather choice pickies already, absolutely fabulous, then 30th of September, 2 Kit Kat, please. And yeah, what's this? Is it me or is Ben late, says Glennis. What's that? I think you might need to refresh, Glennis. Could someone tell Glennis to refresh, please? Oh, there we are. I was going to say, what? Who have I been talking to for 10 minutes? You can't keep good naturals quiet. Absolutely not. No. And neither should you. That's the lovely thing about online rehearsals, folks, isn't it? Absolutely brilliant. And yeah, we've had an interesting few days. As I said, this whole business of being on the BBC, whenever that was that Wednesday? I think that was Wednesday evening. And yeah, if any of you saw it and didn't see my chat with Self-Isolation Choir yesterday, I was a little bit cross with John Kay for cutting out all the bits where I said that online singing was great fun and building communities, and I was having a brilliant time with my online choirs. And I basically spoke for about an hour about how amazing everything was and what we were doing. And you know, Vivaldi's Gloria and This for Christmas and Self-Isolation Choir and Home Choir and so on. And then as he was sort of packing up, he said, "Do you miss face-to-face singing?" I said, "Of course I do. I really miss it." And he said, "How much?" I said, "More than I can say." I said, "But it's, this online singing is brilliant." And then I watched on the news later on, and what I see is, "Oh, it's really tough. Do you miss it?" "More than I can say. Cut." So I sent him a message. I said, "You owe me one." So he's going to do a nice fluffy story on us for Christmas. Cheeky. These media types, I don't know. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to get started in a moment. Please make sure you've got your drinks handy. I'm really looking forward to today. The music is fabulous. I've had a lot of fun this morning putting together all the arrangements, so I think we should get going. A very good afternoon to all of you. Welcome to Home Choir. It's Friday, so it's time for the Fun Friday Sing. Thank you so much for joining me here. We've got loads of people online today. I've got no way of counting because of the way I've set things up, but loads of lovely people. If you're joining us live, a very good afternoon. If you're watching later on, you're very, very welcome. Everyone's welcome. Today, as it's Fun Friday, we're going to sing through Go Down Moses, which is a spiritual, and we're going to do it in a slightly up-tempo version once we've learned the tune. And then we're going to learn She Was One of the Early Birds. And this is a special treat for all of us and dedicated to Jean, who is, Jean is the first person to sign up for the Home Choir Patreon, and we've had loads and loads of people sign up since. I'm really, really grateful to those of you who have done that. So just in case anybody wasn't aware, we have launched something called a Patreon. I'm going to show you here on the screen. So I'm going to shift across. Let me just get this right. Where is it? So excuse me a second, everybody. So ready? There we go. So, for those of you who have signed up, thank you so much. If any of you are interested, it is a website here called Patreon, and it's a way of supporting the channel. And if you're interested, there's the address. Jean was the first person to sign up, and she sent me a message through the service saying that, it's amazing what comes into your head when you remember and you sing songs. She said, when we sing Daisy Bell, I always remember there was another song that went with it, called She Was One of the Early Birds. Do you know it? And I remembered my granny singing me the two songs together. And so I've looked the song up, and oh my goodness, I've had so much fun learning this song this morning. I've been roaring with laughter. Can't wait to share it with you all. So lots of fun in our music coming up. Just looking ahead to Sunday, of course. Sunday is our Sacred Sing. This week, we've got some really splendid music. We've got that lovely chorale from Jesu meine Freude, which we learned on Tuesday and then went deep diving into on Wednesday. We're going to sing Et in Terra Pax from the Gloria as a little tribute to my wonderful Self-Isolation Choir who had an amazing concert on Tuesday evening. We're then going to sing Dvorak's Going Home, which is the going home, I am going home from his Ninth Symphony. Absolutely beautiful, very, very moving. Absolutely lovely. Then we're going to sing Go Down Moses, which we're learning today, and finishing with I'm Going to Sing. So the teaching videos for those pieces are all available today. They've all launched today. So go and have a look at them after this if you'd like to. So folks, as I say, we've got two songs to learn today. and to perform and have fun with. So we'll get warmed up and then we'll get started. So as always, if I could invite you, those of you that are happy to be upstanding and plant your feet or shoulders width apart. So I'm just going to get rid of this thing. So we're just going to go, there we go, back to normal. Okay, so if I can invite you all to stand up for me, those of you that are happy to, plant your feet or shoulders width apart, make your knees nice and soft, swing your hips left and right, a little bit like your Elvis Presley. Okay, find that point where your weight is balanced between your feet and you're feeling confident and strong and secure. All right, and make your back nice and straight and your neck long, and take those nice deep breaths in and out. Lovely, and in again, and out. Splendid. One more. Breathe in and blow the air away. Fabulous. Those of you that aren't joining us in standing today, of course, you know you can get all the benefits of standing just by straightening your back, making your neck nice and long, and by taking these deep breaths as well. So everybody, we're just going to roll our shoulders around. How are we doing? Just going to check in on the comments. Oh, I've just seen it's Kit Kat's birthday tomorrow. Well, I know what we're going to be singing as a warm-up in a minute. Rolling the shoulders back the other way, please. Bring them up to your ears. Take a deep breath and let them fall. Very, very good. Tilt your head over to one side. Feel the stretch along the long side. Head to the middle and the other way. And to the middle and forwards, please. Stretch those muscles out. And to the middle. And then just within those three movements, let your head roll around left, right, and forwards. Great job. Thank you, everybody. Okay, we'll do a bit of humming and then we'll sing Happy Birthday to Kit Kat. So we'll start on a C. Hum with me and... Now, for November. For orange. And air. And R, everybody. Very, very nice, everyone. That's great. What we'll do is we'll sing Happy Birthday to dear Kit Kat, whose birthday it is tomorrow. Here we go. 1, 2. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear KK. Happy birthday to you. Fabulous job. Well done, everybody. Okay. Just because I've just played it, I had an email just following a deep dive from one of our choristers. I think it was Helen who asked. It says, can you end a piece with a dominant seventh chord? And yes, you can, but only in this sort of context. Da, 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 da. That's a dominant seventh chord. You wouldn't normally finish a piece on that because it wants to go home, but you can do it in jazz. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, let's go on and have a look at our first piece for today. So I'm going to bring up the magic words here. Bear with me a moment. So think happy thoughts. There we go. So we're going to sing When Israel Was in Egypt's Land. And if you've been singing in choirs for a while, particularly if you've ever sung Michael Tippett's Spirituals from A Child of Our Time, this is a song that I learned very, very young, a really fabulous piece. We're going to sing it first, we're going to learn it at a slow tempo, and then we're going to do it at a slightly more, slightly more fun feel to it. So I don't necessarily want to be singing, When Israel was in Egypt land. Lovely as it is, but it's a bit depressing. So for those of you that don't know it, it's a verse chorus song. We're going to start with the verse, which is, as you can see here, is When Israel was in Egypt's land, let my people go. And just to say, when we sing let my people go, I don't want let my people go. Let one's people go. Let my people go. Okay, take out the harsh T's, turn the my into ma, and just run the sounds. Let my people go. The important word is go. in that line. Okay? So it goes, the tune from the beginning, when Israel is. When Israel was in Egypt land. Sing with me. And when Israel was in Egypt land. Excellent. Then we sing, let my people go with me. And let my people go. Fantastic. The second half of the tune is the same as the first. Oppressed so hard they could not stand. Let my people go. Sing with me from the start, everybody. When Israel was in Egypt land, let my people go. Oppressed so hard they could not stand. Let my people go. Fantastic. Now, when we sing this in harmony in a minute, we sing the first and third line in unison. When Israel was in Egypt land. Basses, we sing, let my people go with me. And let my people go. And you do that every time, okay? Tenors, altos, it's let my people go. Sing with me. And let my people go. Absolutely brilliant. One more time. Let my people go. Fantastic. And tenors, it's let my people go with me. And let my people go. Okay, fantastic. So let's try that from the beginning. When Israel was. 2, 3. When Israel was in Egypt land. Oppressed so hard they could not stand. Let my people go. Very, very good. Now, the refrain, the chorus, is go down, Moses, way down in Egypt's land. Okay, I told you we're doing a slightly up-tempo version. So it's go down, Moses, way down in Egypt land. Let's sing that together. 2, 3, 4. Go down, Moses, way down in Egypt land. Fantastic. Note there's a break. Go down, Moses, way down in Egypt's land. A bit like when we do our version of Drunken Sailor. It's partly to give us time to breathe, okay? Then we sing, tell, O Pharaoh, with me, and tell, O Pharaoh, to let my people go. Let's do the whole chorus. Go down, Moses, way down in Egypt's land. Tell, O Pharaoh, to let my people go. Do it again. To let my people go. Fantastic, everybody. Well done. What I'd like to do then is to sing the song all the way through. So it is just verse, chorus, verse, chorus, verse, chorus. In some cases, you'll find that first line of each of the verses, there might be a couple of extra syllables. As Israel stood by the waterside, for example, we just fit those syllables in. Just do your best. Fit it in as you would with anything else. How's everybody doing? Heather's already adding harmony. Please do. All right. If you want to add your own harmonies, you're more than welcome to. So we're going to perform along with the choir of me. Okay. And this is fresh off the presses. Oh, if you haven't had a drink recently, please do hydrate yourselves. And after this, we'll sing a bit of musical stuff right then. So let's have some fun. Here's Go Down Moses. Ready to sing with me? And When Israel was in Egypt's land, let my people go. Oppressed so hard they could not stand, let my people go. Everybody, go down, Moses, way down in Egypt's land. Tell old Pharaoh to let my people go. And again, let my people go. Now the verse. Thus spake the Lord, but Moses said, let my people go. If not, I'll smite your firstborn dead. Let my people go. With me, everybody. Go down, Moses, way down in Egypt's land. Tell old Pharaoh, let my people go. One more time. Let my people go. As Israel stood by the waterside, let my people go. At God's command it did divide. Let my people go. Everybody go down, Moses, way down in Egypt's land. Tell old Pharaoh to let my people go. To let my people go. When they had reached the other shore, let my people go. They let the song of triumph soar. Let my people go. Go down, Moses, way down in Egypt land. Tell old Pharaoh to let my people go. Let my people go twice more. Let my people go. Last time. Let my people go. Fantastic. Well done, everybody. Oh, I had some fun with that. Brilliant. That's going to go really well, I think, on Sunday morning. A nice low song for those of us who wake up in the morning and are basso profundo. Cheers. Okay, so we've reached the halfway point of the session, and it's time to well, it's time to loosen the collar a little bit. It's time to loosen the accent slightly. And those of you who have been on the channel for a while know what I'm saying here. I have been I'm a bit of a fraud when it comes to this way of speaking, ladies and gentlemen. This is very much the radio TV voice, the conducting voice. Good afternoon, everybody. Lovely to see you. Welcome to HOMECHOIR. But you see, I turn this off, and I instantly turn into a different person. Particularly if I talk to my family and my friends, because I'm from Romford in Essex, everybody, and so this is the bit of the week where I'll relax, ladies and gentlemen. It's better. Oh dear. Oh, it's quite hard talking posh all week. So this is me, right? And we're going to sing a nice little Cockney song called She Was One of the Early Birds. So I'm going to show you the words for this, folks. All right. And so this one is dedicated to Jean. Hi, Jean. Thanks for your email. Jean, as I said, is one of our patrons, and she was the first person to join Patreon for us, and she sent me this message, and she said, could we have a look at this? So we're just going to learn the chorus first of all. The chorus is the bit back. Now do yourself a favour, don't read all of these words just yet, because you spoil the story. I promise it's worth waiting for. But look at the bit in bold here, ladies and gentlemen. All right, now many of you will know this song. I'm going to go into the right key. There we go. Okay, so the chorus goes like this. It goes, she was a dear little dicky bird, cheep, 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 she went. Sweetly she sang to me till all my money was spent. Then she went off song. We parted parted on fighting terms. She was one of the early birds, and I was one of the worms. Okay, so you probably get an idea. About halfway through, you think this lovely little love song with this nice little waltz feel. It's something that, what, we parted on fighting terms. So basically this entire song is the story of an elaborate music hall era catfishing operation. So let's learn the chorus, and then I'm going to teach you the rest of the verse. Who's that? Anne Grinberg said, never mind, Ben, someone has to be from Essex. You watch yourself, Anne Grinbergs, all right? That's fighting talk. There's that lovely thing. Where I'm from, that's fighting talk. Why aren't you fighting? We've moved. Okay, so the chorus. The first line. She was a dear little dicky bird. With me, everybody. And she was a dear little dicky bird. Then we sing, cheap, 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 she went. Everybody, cheap, 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 she went. So from the beginning, she was a dear little dicky bird. Here we go. And she was a dear little dicky bird. Cheap, 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 she went. Then we sing, sweetly she sang to me. And sweetly she sang to me. Then till all me money was spent. And till all me money was spent. Then she went off song. Everybody, then she went off song. We sing, we parted on fighting terms. And we parted on fighting terms. And then she was one of the early birds, and I was one of the worms. Everybody, she was one of the early birds, and I was one of the worms. Okay, now we're going to be singing this chorus a lot, so I'm not going to go through that just now. We will be singing it quite a few times. Let's have a look at the verse, okay? And of course, once we've learnt this verse, we're going to sing it all the way through. It takes a while to get all the way through. It's a proper story. Very typical British song from the time. Yeah? The days before cinema, before TV. A nice long song with a good story. Very, very British thing. Okay, so it goes like this from the beginning. All right, everybody? It was at the pantomime. It goes... It was at the pantomime, sweet Mabel and I did meet. Let's have a look at that. Okay, it was at the pantomime, and it was at the pantomime, sweet Mabel and I did meet. Very nice, very nice. Then we sing, she was in the ballet front row. Everybody, she was in the ballet front row, and I in a 5-shilling seat. 5-shilling seat is a fairly cheap seat. And I in a 5-shilling seat. Let's go from the beginning. It was at the pantomime, and it was at the pantomime, sweet Mabel and I did meet. She was in the ballet front row, and I in a 5-shilling seat. Okay, carrying on, we then sing, she was dressed like a dicky bird, beautiful wings she had on. With me, and she was dressed like a dicky bird, beautiful wings she had on. Then, figure divine, wished she were mine. Everybody, and figure divine, wish she were mine. On her I was totally gone, and on her I was totally gone. She was a dear little dicky bird. Cheep, 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 she went. Everybody, sweetly she sang to me, till all me money was spent. Then she went off song. We parted on fighting terms. She was one of the early birds, and I was one of the worms. Okay, everybody. Now, what we're going to do... How's everybody doing? Oh, lovely. Anne is saying, my granddad used to sing this to my grandma. She was called Daisy. Oh, Anne, that is brilliant. All right. Anybody for whom this song means a lot to you, well, then I'm dedicating it to you and all those lovely people in your family who this reminds you of. All right. So we're going to sing this all the way through. And so this is quite a substantial sing, this, folks. I recorded it earlier on, just for archive purposes and for the Best of Home Choir Volume 2. And I thought, goodness me, it's taking a while. I did all the repeats in the recording. And I finished, and I looked, and it was 8 minutes. We're not going to do all the repeats. We'll just repeat the chorus the last time. Otherwise, we'll be here all afternoon. Zadok the Priest is only 5 minutes. So anyway, get yourselves a drink. And let's enjoy this lovely story. She was one of the early birds. A bit of ice, excuse me. All right, here we go. It was at the Pantomime, sweet Mabel and I did meet. She was in the ballet front row, and I in a 5-shilling seat. She was dressed like a dicky bird, beautiful wings she had on. Figure divine, wish she was mine. On her I was totally gone. Everybody, she was a dear little dicky bird. Cheep, 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 she went. Sweetly she sang to me till all my money was spent. Then she went off song. We parted on fighting terms. She was one of the early birds, and I was one of the worms. At the stage door every night I waited with my bouquet till me bird had molted, and then we'd drive in a hansom away. Oyster suppers and sparkling sham, couldn't she go it, what oh? 5 I spent, 10 I lent, for to her I couldn't say no. Everybody, she was a dear little dicky bird. Tweet, 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 she went. Sweetly she sang to me till all my money was spent. Then she went off song. We parted on fighting terms. She was one of the early birds, and I was one of the worms. Eelskin coats and diamond rings knocked holes in me purse alone. She would have 'em, and in the end I got hers by pawning me own. When at last I was fairly broke, twixt us a quarrel arose. Mabel the fair pulled out me hair and clawed all the skin off me nose. She was a dear little dicky bird. Cheep, 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 she went. Sweetly she sang to me till all me money was spent. Then she went off song. We parted on fighting terms. She was one of the early birds, and I was one of the worms. Full of love and poverty, and armed with a carving knife. One dark night I knelt in the mud and asked if she would be my wife. Something struck me behind the ear. Someone said, now go and get wife of your own, leave mine alone. and that was the last time we met. She was a dear little dicky bird. Cheep, 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 she went. Sweetly she sang to me till all my money was spent. Then she went off song. We parted on fighting terms. She was one of the early birds, and I was one of the worms. Everybody, she was a dear little dicky bird. Cheep, 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 she went. Sweetly she sang to me till all my money was spent. Then she went off song. We parted on fighting terms. She was one of the early birds, and I was one of the worms. Ladies and gentlemen, I like this. Leslie said, a sad tale of gullible man, boo-hoo. I really feel the sincerity in that comment, Leslie. Brilliant, everybody. Well, look, thank you so much for being here today. It's so much fun being here on a Friday with you. That's why I called it Fun Friday. So if you can spare the time on Sunday, come along at 11 o'clock and come and join us. I've got one more thing to finish with, because really it would be a shame after all this build-up to not do it. So we're going to sing Daisy Bell, just that chorus, and going into She Was a Dear Little Dicky Bird. Okay, so we're going to all sing to finish off for today, Daisy, Daisy, and then She Was a Dear Little Dicky Bird, and then I'll see you on Sunday. Here we go. Daisy, Daisy, everybody. Don't forget to sway, and don't forget to click the like button. Don't forget to check out the teaching videos. Don't forget to have a look at Patreon and everything else associated with all this. So here we go. Daisy, Daisy, and Daisy, Daisy, give me your answer, do. I'm half crazy, all for the love of you. It won't be a stylish marriage, I can't afford a carriage, but you'll look sweet upon the seat of a bicycle made for two. She was a dear little dicky bird. Cheep, 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 she went. Sweetly she sang to me till all my money was spent. Then she went off song. We parted on fighting terms. She was one of the early birds, and I was one of the worms. Thanks very much indeed for being here, ladies and gentlemen. Have a fantastic weekend. I'll see you on Sunday and next week, if not before. Take care, folks. Bye-bye.